Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new around here, my name is Kerry and I love all things makeup related, especially eyeshadow palettes. And when those eyeshadow palettes are from an indie brand, even more so a UK indie brand, and it's very affordable, I get very excited. And today that is what we've got. I actually got my hands on the Cosmic Brushes Muse palette, which was a bit of a task because this beauty sold out. I think it was in under 2 minutes. I checked out at 1 minute past and then it was gone. So stick around, subscribe, and we'll get into a look with this palette. So Cosmic Brushes are a UK indie brand, like I say, and I was so excited to discover them last year when they brought out the Cosmic Brushes Serenity palette. Now I do have looks with this on my channel, and this was in my top makeup of 2022. This was the highest ranking palette in that ranking, and you can see why, because the colour story inside is absolutely delicious. The quality of Cosmic Brushes eyeshadows is phenomenal, especially for the price. These palettes retail for £18. Just want to let that sink in for a little minute. So they are £20. This was the second palette that they brought out. The first one that they brought out was the Royal Rose, which, when I can get it open and take the sleeve off, looks like this. Again, absolutely stunning, but really I think what put Cosmic Brushes on the map was the Serenity palette. Now they've come out with Muse. It's sold out currently. I think there was a pre-order after that. I think the pre-order's sold out. It will keep being restocked. So I will link the website down below and hopefully you'll be able to get your hands on it if you haven't already. I did also pick up a brush collection with this. I'm not actually sure what this is called, but it will be linked down below. I believe these were around £20 for these eye brushes, so I'm excited to use these today. And they did come in a really nice little sleeve. So the Muse palette is absolutely beautiful. Let's get into the swatches and the close-ups.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you.
As you can see from this palette, it's another gorgeous colour story. This is almost on par with the Serenity colour story for me, so when I first saw this revealed, I was very excited. I did think there were a few similar shades to the Serenity palette, so I'm going to hold them side by side just so we can have a little look. So as you can see, there are some similarities in some of the colours, but I think the tones are different, and I feel like the Muse palette is definitely like the older big sister of the Serenity, and I think together they will be absolutely stunning. It's probably why I like Muse so much, it's because it reminds me a little bit of the Serenity palette, but there's definitely differences there. If you are wondering anything that I'm wearing in this video, I will be linking it in the description box down below. I'm excited to dive into this palette. I haven't actually got a plan, but green eyeshadow is my absolute favourite, closely followed by purple. And I think we've got some delicious tones in here to play with. This will just be a first impression and a one look video, but I will definitely, without a doubt, be coming back to do more videos with this palette and multiple looks. So definitely subscribe if you want to check that out. Okay, so I'm going to prime with my Natasha Denona eyeshadow base. I did actually film yesterday, and that is when Muse arrived. I'd already done all my makeup and filmed and had an eyeshadow look on, and I was very, very sad that I didn't get to play with it straight away. Okay, this palette does have depth, which makes me extremely happy. I know you don't need depth in every palette, but when there is a bit of depth, it does make me happy. So we do have the Fig shade here, which is the deepest. We have some delicious greens, some more warmer tones, some cooler tones. We have purples. We have this nice sort of mustardy, greeny yellow here. We have some pastel tones, and we have some delicious looking shimmers. And there may be more than one type of shimmer formula just by looking at this, because I haven't actually swatched this as you're watching it, even though you've already seen the swatches. But the shades that are calling to me, this amethyst shade looks super nice, but so does this green, this green. I mean, I'm not mad at any shade in this palette. Okay, I've been thinking about it and it's been a difficult choice because there are so many different ways you could go with this palette. It gives me so much inspiration, which is why I love the Serenity so much, because that gave me the same feeling as well. I think the shade I'm going to start out with is Filigree, which is this delicious green here. These brushes look really nice. I think I'm going to use the CB1, which looks like this. And I'm going to pop this in the outer corner area and just start packing that. Oh, look at that delicious pigmented green. I'm assuming this is going to be the same formula as the previous two palettes, in which case, beautiful. Honestly, the colour stories of these palettes, they're just so versatile, and I just get so inspired staring at them and thinking of different looks. And to do the first one, it's like every look is rushing through my head and I'm like, I want to do it all. I'm so excited to play with this palette some more and do a multiple look video. It's a gorgeous dark foresty green, this one, and it's packing on really nicely, and I'm just kind of wiggling toward the edges. These are actually synthetic brushes that are actually as close as you can get to natural hair, I believe. I think that's what they're trying to behave like and what they're marketed as, which is super exciting because I do like a natural hair brush. I do like the referral brushes, but this is a great option for people that don't want those and still want synthetic. Okay, and then I can't not go into the shade Water Lily because look at it. I absolutely love green tones like this. I'm going to take that on the CB3 brush. So far, enjoying these brushes a lot. I'm just going to plop that next to the green. There is a beautiful bright greeny chartreuse shade in the Serenity that would work beautifully with this shade as well. And I'm just going to take that Water Lily shade and gently wrap it around the deeper green a little as well. I will definitely go back in with all the shades and reblend, re-intensify, all of that jazz. I never seem to just blend once. Then for the very inner corner area, I'm going to go into the shade Admire, which is this one here. Just going to plop that near the inner corner. I'll probably go over this with a shimmer, but I'm just playing at the minute and testing out as many of the matte shades as I can. This brush is perfect for the lower lash line. Like, I am so happy that this is in here. This is the CB6. You can buy these brushes individually. Don't think you have to buy them in the set, but I'm a sucker for an eye brush set. Okay, so on the lower lash line, I want to incorporate some of the purpley tones, so I think I'm going to use Sweet Pea. Yep, as I suspected, this brush is fantastic for what I'm using it for. I'm kind of regretting putting the yellowy colour in my inner corner now, but we can definitely go over that with a shimmer. I'll just take that Sweet Pea shade and just kind of plop that over the top. That feels a little bit better, more what I want it to be. Then I'm going to take the shade Fig just to deepen things up a little bit and wrap that around the outer corner, going into that purple and going into the green a little bit. First I'm just going to press that a little bit under here, and then I'll go in with a different brush and add it to the outer corner on the upper lid. Upper lid? Is there a lower lid? It's not technically a lid. Is it a lid? Just going in with that Fig just in the outer corner here, just to deepen things up a touch, and then it makes sense because it's on the lower lash line a little as well, so it just wraps around and makes sure things look a little bit more cohesive. Just adding a little bit more of that deeper green that we started out with, just to tie it all together. I'm really liking the purple and green together. That is my favourite combination. Okay, it's time for shimmers, and I definitely want to use the shimmer called Luster, which is this one here. There was a similar sort of light shade in the Serenity palette, which was a little bit of a sort of iridescent shade that sort of could sparkle in many different ways. And this one looks white with sort of a pinky sheen, so I'm excited to put that in the inner corner. I have sprayed it just to minimise any fallout, and I'm just going to pop this. Beautiful. Wow. That looks so pinky purple. Now I've popped it on top of that purple. Oh, I love shades that transform like that, and it is perfect for the inner corner on me. I'm going to bring that a little bit onto the lower lash line as well. Then I might also go into a little bit of Muse on the lower lash line just to connect onto that part. A little bit of Muse just leading into that matte I'm having so much fun with these shades. These tones are my favourite. I think I want to use purple and green on the lid. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm definitely going to use Amethyst toward the outer corner. Maybe we'll use a little bit of Whisper as well. Starting with Whisper, and I'm just going to pop that on the middle of the lid first. And I have sprayed it just to minimise fallout. Then I want to go from Amethyst into this deep green shade here, which is called Patina? Patina? I don't know. So just a tiny bit of Amethyst, just because I really wanted to use it. That is literally the only reason. It looks stunning in the pan. And then I'll flip my brush over and go into Patina. Hope I'm saying that correctly. And that's a nice deep green that will connect to the deep matte green beautifully. Okay, this is how we're looking right now. Let me finish up this look. I'll come back, show you what it looks like, and we'll discuss this palette. Okay guys, so we went full on green lip, and I'm not going to apologise for it because green is the absolute best when it comes to makeup, in my opinion. So I used one of my new lipsticks from my gorgeous friend Erin. This is from Sephora, and it is, what is this? Cash Money Lip Stories, and it feels really, really nice on the lips. It's the first time I've tried a Sephora lipstick, and I'm actually obsessed with this colour. Yes, I'm aware I could have gone in with a nude. Would everyone else have gone in with a nude? Probably. I'm not everyone else, I love a green. So I did add some gems, well, I say gems, they're actually pearls. I did add some tiny little pearls from here. These were from Shein or Amazon, one of the two. And I did add some water activated liner. Of course, my absolute favourite water activated liner palette, if you've been here before, is the Arttitude Cosmetics. Arttitude Cosmetics Split It Painter's Paradise palette. This was gifted to me in PR, and I love this, and I constantly use these two shades more than any other. And I did use the nice lilac shade just to do like a little wavy thing, you know? I thought it would be a nice contrast against the green, and the pearls just stand out nicely. And I did use some new Beauty Bay lashes that I got. One of my friends, thank you so much to Sue, and I've actually put them back in the wrong way round, so now I can't get them out. One moment. Thank you so much to Suzanne for these. They are the faux eyelash trio. She got them in a mystery box, and she doesn't particularly like eyelashes, so she gifted them to me, and I'm like, yay! I used the middle set, and I think they're really nice and fluttery, and I wanted some that you could sort of still see through the eyeshadow, because the bottom set, when I can get this open, as you can see, are a lot thicker. The top set are a lot more sparse, so I just went for the middle. I thought that was safe ground. I think I used all of these brushes. I did, because I used this one for my waterline. As you can see, it's got some P. Louise paint on it. That is the P. Louise and Mitchell Acid Rain paint in Ibiza, because I love that for the waterline. If I'm doing anything to do with purple, I do like that in the waterline. So yeah, I did end up using that brush. I really like this little eye brush collection. I think it's super cute. I think they are not too big as well, because sometimes eye brush sets are way too big, especially for people with hooded eyes. The biggest brush was really nice for just blending out the very edges and packing on in the outer corner in the beginning. The rest of them are a lovely, lovely size. And this one might be my favourite from the set. This is the CB6, and that was what I used to stamp the colour on my lower lash line. And it's just the perfect size and shape for doing that. So let's talk about this palette. Look, I knew I was going to love the quality if it was the same formula as the previous two palettes from Cosmic Brushes, so it's more about the colourway, because to me, the formula from the shades I've used so far are the absolute same, and obviously the colourway I was going to love. Is it a little bit closer to Serenity than what I thought the next release was going to be? Yes. Am I mad at that though? Not really, because I absolutely love Serenity. It's like one of my favourite palettes in my collection. It was my favourite palette of last year. So although this is different, it's also giving me that vibe, but sort of grungier, deeper, a little bit more muted in places, and I think this will pair beautifully with the Serenity palette, and I'm so happy I got my hands on both. Like I say, it should be coming back. It will probably keep coming back and keep selling out just like Serenity does. I think Serenity's sold out at the minute as well. I mean, they are amazing palettes. £18, guys, for this quality is like unheard of. Let me know what you think to the look down below. I will definitely be doing more looks with this palette. I don't know if I'm going to do a 3-look video, 4-look video. Pick a number, put it in the comments, let me know how many looks you want me to do with this palette. Don't be crazy, we don't need to be in double digits. I like that the packaging matches all the other packaging so they can sit nicely, the same shape, the same size, on my shelf, being happy little palette friends together. It says it's got a 24-month shelf life and it's cruelty free. So what can I say? I absolutely love Cosmic brushes. Everything I've tried from them so far I've really enjoyed. I was so excited to pick up this palette, also very nervous. Me and my makeup friends were in a little chat together, sweating, nervous for when this was launching, and you can see why when it sells out in under 2 minutes. So I'm hoping she manages to get her hands on loads more so that everybody that wants it can get their hands on it, because absolutely amazing quality, amazing colour story, 10 out of 10 from me. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a like. Subscribe before you go if you want to see some more looks with the Serenity and other palettes. I am in the middle of kind of doing a Beauty Bay 2-3 look video. I'm not quite sure how many looks that's going to be yet, but that's also coming. So definitely subscribe, and hopefully, guys, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.